Good morning, everyone. What's up, Marwan? Where you been, man? Haven't seen you in a while, man. All right, so we've got a few very small gappers. Most of them are cheap stocks. I'll go ahead and add my watch list to the chat. All right, so here's my watch list. Still kind of looking around to see. I'm also going to check to see which ones of these are actually tradable. Okay, so A and Y that's nice. AYTU is not. APHB is not. ONTX is not. TTPH is not. BUR is not. ANTH is not. LPSN is. MTBC is not. Yeah, no worries, man. What's up, Power Zone? The Kid, D. Evan, William, Melody. What's up, guys and gals? All right, so a few decent movers. A and Y is probably the main one I'm watching. Has some decent volume in pre-market so far, so keeping an eye on that one. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. All right, so you can see A and Y went all the way up to 328. I need a new chair. This one's too squeaky. Gonna watch this one over 3. Kind of see what it can do here. I'd like to see APHB run a little bit. Watching it, see if it holds over that 135 support. AYTU went all the way up to 224, went all the way back down to 160. TTPH is moving some in after hours and pre-market. Got all the way up to about $2.35. Came back down some. It's at 224 now. Watching that one as well. ONTX, keeping an eye on this one. Very small gap, but many times the small gap stocks are the ones that run the most. And so I'm watching those as well. ANTH, very small gap as well. Most of these are very small gappers. We don't really have any huge gappers this morning. CYCC, very small gap. BUR, another small gap. TTPH, CYCC. Thanks for the subscribe, Urias. Appreciate it. MTBC. Actually, I think that was somebody else subscribing, so I'll see it in a second when it comes on my screen. Good morning, Atheon. What's up, man? LPSN at 1440. Watching that one. So yeah, we've got a few decent movers. Gonna keep an eye on them. See what happens here. What's up, Richard? Appreciate the subscribe, man. All right, so that's my watch list for today. Hopefully we get some decent movers. Yesterday was really slow and choppy, and if I could give you guys that watch me any advice, it's to be really careful when the market's this slow. You don't want to force trades in a slow market. Most of the time, the stocks don't have the volume and momentum to continue going in your direction, and so they're really choppy, fake you out a lot. And so just be really careful when the market's this slow. It's really tough to trade, and thus it's really easy to lose money. So be careful, guys. What's up, Richard? Appreciate the subscribe, man. What's up, Guru? What's up, man? Yeah, man, sorry. If you subscribed overnight last night, then I can't see it on my list. It only gives me a list of soup subs during the stream. But yeah, appreciate the subscribe, Guru. Glad you're here, man. I use limit orders on TradeNet. I never use a market order. Very rarely will I use a market order unless I'm trading like the TVIX SPY setup and it's not filling me and I just need to jump in really quick, because usually whenever the spread's that good, like on the TVIX, it's only like 1 cent all the time. I can get away with using a market order because it really doesn't matter. Regardless of what I use, it's only going to be a 1 cent off fill. So that's what I use. What's up, EJ? Yeah, don't get in trouble, man. Don't turn me up too loud, man. Nice. Hey, dude, it's good you're getting started that early, man. That's awesome. I wish I would have started that early. I'd be a millionaire by now, hopefully, if I started at 16. But yeah, a cool thing about Marwan, a cool thing about TradeNet is that even if you don't have anything set right here for the limit price, if you just click buy or sell, it will automatically fill you. I think if you're buying, it will fill you on the ask, and if you're selling, it will fill you on the bid. And so a really quick, easy way to do a limit order on TradeNet. All right, so gonna watch ANY here. It's one of my main watches. Let's check out the SPY, kind of see what happened with it in the TVIX yesterday. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed out. Like, this is one of those setups I've been trying to learn, the SPY TVIX pair, and I missed the low of the day break right here. Would have been a really nice long play on the TVIX, but I stopped watching it, wasn't paying attention to it in after hour or in power hour, and so I missed this big move right here on the SPY and TVIX. And so that's something, maybe I'm going to start watching it for a little bit longer throughout the day. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, Melody, I just turned 30 this month, and so I'm old now, you know what I mean? And yeah, I wish I would have started. I started trading when I was about 28, but I definitely wish I would have started earlier. Nice, Marwan. Yeah, shorting can definitely be profitable. One thing I really wish I could do is short some of these cheap penny stocks. Like, if you look at these stocks that ran, yeah, Kenny, this is TradeNet. So right here, I'm using Thinkorswim for charting just because I like their charting software a little bit better. But this is TradeNet right here. And TradeNet has decent charting. Let me see if I can pull it up. This is TradeNet's charts right here. So it's not bad, It can do everything Thinkorswim can do for the most part. Not everything for sure, but TradeNet's charts aren't too bad. I'm just so used to. I do like these little graphs that TradeNet gives you, like right here. It tells you the top 20 losses and gains in the market. Let me see if I can find anything else. Top 20. So yeah, these are the biggest losses. I'd like to see the biggest winners here. Oh well. But yeah, you can see TradeNet's a pretty nice platform. I still like Thinkorswim better, and so I just use it for charting. But TradeNet's a decent broker, for sure. Appreciate it, Marwan. Appreciate it, man. For sure, Melody, especially with trading. It's never too late for trading. I'm a big poker player, and I think I might be a little bit too late for poker. But trading, you can, you're never too late with it. Yeah, that's what everybody keeps telling me, but I hate turning 30. I think everybody kind of has like a panic attack when they turn 30. But honestly, I'm where I'm at, where I want to be in life. So, it could be worse. But yeah, I definitely wish I would have started earlier. Okay, so Atheon. So TradeNet, the best way I could describe TradeNet is it's very similar to a prop firm. You pay $500 for the intro course, which is what I did, but there's other courses that are more expensive. And with that $500, you get $14,000 in buying power, and you have a $700 max loss. And it also comes with a free paper trading software and a day trading course. You also, I mean, you have to split some of your profits. I believe the split is a 70-30 split, so I keep 70% of my profits and they keep 30. But overall, it's a pretty good deal, nice platform. Commissions are 0.006 cents per share. And so, let me see. So with 1,000 shares, it's going to be $12 for a round trip, $6 for per trade, so $12 for a round trip, which is actually pretty cheap. And for 100 shares, you know, it's way cheaper than that, but there's a $150 per trade minimum. And so with 100 shares, it's going to be $3 for a round trip, which is really, really cheap. You know, 500 shares, it would be, what is that, $6 for a round trip? Let me see. Let me check, make sure my math is right. I think that's correct. Yeah, so 500 shares is $6 for a round trip, $3 per trade. I love Robinhood, Kenny. I use Robinhood every day. You know, like I use Robinhood. Robinhood's really good to learn how to trade. You can take really small positions and there's no commissions. And so you can just take really small positions and just kind of try to build up your account. And I've built up my account a decent amount on Robinhood just from swing trading. And so Robinhood's a really good tool. It does have its problems, but you know, if you're taking it super seriously, I don't know if Robinhood's the way to go. But if you're learning to trade, I think Robinhood could be an awesome tool. Just because you can, you know, you can buy 10 or 20 shares and there's no commissions, and so you can try to become profitable using that really small sizing. And then if you are profitable, you know, then you can kind of move your way up and use a little bit larger sizing with a real broker, you know. I don't think so, McTermite. I'm not 100% sure. So for instance, yesterday my equity was 13,916 and I lost $4 on a trade, right? And so I'm $10 down from where I was yesterday with that $4 loss, right? And I did 2 trades, I believe. Wait, let me see. Let me see if my math is correct. I think I did 1 or 2 trades. Yeah, maybe you're right. Or yeah, maybe you might be right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many trades I did yesterday. It depends on how they judged it. I don't know. I'll have to go back and check. You might be right, McTermite. But yeah, Robinhood really is good for swing trading. Appreciate it, Bamboo. Yeah, I think that's a smart idea, Matt. Robinhood's really cheap, you know. Yeah, you might be right, McTermite. I'm trying to remember how much equity I had yesterday. I know I took a $4 loss, so that should be $7, right? And so 16. I don't know. I can't remember how much I had. Right, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's best to just take small sizing and just try to learn, you know. Good morning, Ant. What's up, man? Everybody give a shout out to the one guy that chronically dislikes my videos. I got one dude that's just going around disliking every video I make. The funny thing is that it actually doesn't matter how many dislikes I get, but he's actually taking the time to watch my videos. And so he's actually benefiting me by liking him. But everybody say hi to him because he's been watching my videos, because you have to watch a video to dislike it. And so everybody give a shout out to the one guy that's chronically disliking my videos. Oh yeah, for sure, McTermite. Sure Trader, there's just so many fees. Like just I started on SureTrader as well, and the fees on SureTrader will just make it impossible for you to learn how to trade. The platform itself is over $100. I think it's like 150, and then commissions. If you're using 1,000 shares, after your commissions are about $16-17 per trade, and on top of that, it's just really tough to learn how to trade on SureTrader for sure. I know that's kind of the only option for many new traders, but I'd rather use TradeNet just because it's cheaper. I know, man. Y'all see that? He's chronically disliking every video I put out. It's just one guy. I don't know what I don't know how you can get mad at me, because it's not like I'm even like I haven't even been profitable really in the last few weeks. So it's not like I'm benefiting anything by streaming. I'm just letting people watch me trade, but trading can make people really emotional and kind of, it's really easy to just point the finger at somebody else whenever you lose a bunch of money trading. And it's really hard for an immature person to be introspective and be like, you know what, it's nobody else's fault. I'm losing. It's my fault. There's stuff I need to work on. And so many just take the immature route and just try to blame somebody for their losses. And like I said, it's, trading makes you really emotional, and I get that. So I can't even really get mad at them. I'm just kind of messing around. But yeah, trading's tough for sure. Rowdy. Yeah, everybody just liked this video, and just overpower his one dislike. But no, what price would I buy ANY? Really, I'm just gonna watch it. I don't really want to say where I would get in this one. I'm watching it over 3, and especially over this 328 level. If it continues to drop, breaks 260, starts to test 250, maybe a good short. Gonna watch it under there as well. Or maybe under this 280 point. It's had some support there as well. So, I don't like to kind of make predictions. I like to just kind of react to what I see happen. I think that's a little bit smarter route. But while I'm talking, look at ANTH here. ANTH is breaking the pre-market high. It's up to 192. Went as high as 194. Right, no, that's what I'm saying, Atheon. He actually has to go through and watch my videos in order to dislike it. And so he's actually like giving me watch time just from him, watching my videos. He's giving me an extra viewer and giving me watch time when he dislikes it. So every time I see it, I kind of laugh a little bit and just know that he's so mad at himself that he's trying to blame me for it, for whatever he did wrong, or for whatever he's mad about. Who knows? I just think it's funny. I don't think I've ever disliked any YouTube video ever. Even if I disagree with it, like, I'm not going to dislike it, because they just know I'm watching it, and that just kind of brings more eyes on it. So who cares, Richie, so there is no $1,000 account. There's different levels with TradeNet. There's like the $500 intro package, and that's the one I have. And with that, you get 14K in buying power with a $700 max loss. I think the other one costs $3,000, if I remember correctly. And you get like a ton of buying power, like 80,000 or something crazy like that, with a $3,000 max loss. I can't remember, how much it is. And then the other one's even higher. You get like something ridiculous, like 190,000 in buying power. No, honestly, I think that was just kind of a error, EJ. Because it didn't take it away from my trade. Like, it didn't count it as a trade. I think that was because I never refreshed it overnight. Like, after I let my TradeNet thing sit there overnight, I never refreshed it, and so I don't even think that trade counted. It didn't take it out of my equity, from what I see. So exactly, McTermite. I actually made a video on that. The reason many traders fail on SureTrader is because they give you that 6-to-1 buying power. And that's just too much. New traders should take really small sizing and learn how to trade before they, lose their account. And with that 6-to-1 buying power, it's just really tempting to just take huge sizing when you first get started. 1 or 2 bad trades and you're done. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, Atheon, man. Yeah, people are going to be like that, man. Correct, Richard. REXX. Yeah, I just want some more volume. It had some nice volume yesterday, but it's actually gapping down some in pre-market. Yeah, no worries, the kid. Atheon, man, our Care Bear stare. Yeah, so ANTH is pushing up nicely. I do kind of like ANTH now. It's getting some volume in there. That's a good idea. Derek Gamble, I haven't lately. I try to keep all my trading funds all in one way. I have to deposit some more money in U Stock Trade right now. When I got my TradeNet account, I took out some of my U Stock Trade money. But just because I try to keep all my trading funds like together, and I don't want to use my bank account to pay for TradeNet, and so I just use my trading account. But I gotta deposit some more money in U Stock. I probably should. I probably will in the next day or two. A and Y is up to $3. Yeah, that's a smart way to do it, Matt. Just if like on Robinhood, you can use so small sizing. You can use like 5 shares, 10 shares, and you can still make really tiny profits, and that's okay. But you can learn how to trade, figure out what works for you, figure out your trading personality, what you like trading the best, and what you have the best results with. Use that to find consistency with small sizing, and then up your sizing when you have that consistency. And I think that's kind of the best route for traders to take. It's the smartest route instead of just going. What many traders do is they just kind of jump right in, start using 500 or 1,000 shares with a $1,500 account, and one or two trades. You know, just like in poker, trading can tilt you. I don't know if you guys know about poker, but tilt basically means like you get really frustrated, start forcing trades, start forcing pots in poker, start forcing hands, and it makes you overplay hands, makes you get into too many pots in poker. And in trading, tilt or emotions can make you force trades, start trying to win back your losses, etc. And so it's very similar to poker, like if you're handling tilt in poker. And the smart thing to do is if you're having losing trades, just take a back seat. Don't force trades. Just observe the market for the rest of the day. Kind of regroup for the next day. That's the smartest route, but it's really hard to do. And especially if you're using really big sizing with a small account and take a massive loss, it's really tempting to try to just double down and use huge sizing the next trade to try to win back your losses. Derek, you stock trade. Honestly, I love U Stock Trade. I think it's really good, really cheap commissions with $1 commissions. Really good for new traders to learn how to trade. Not the best platform, but overall, it's a good tool for new traders. The biggest problem I have is that a lot of the times they'll set, like, if you see a stock that's running that obviously has tons of volume that everybody in the market is watching right now and getting into. An example would be in December, like DPW or MARA, all the blockchain stocks that just had crazy volume. Many times UStock will label those limited liquidity, and it's really hard to trade on UStock if it's labeled limited liquidity. And I just think they have ulterior motives for that. I think they probably take the other side of your trades, just like SureTrader, because, I mean, I can't really get mad at them for it because it's a safe bet. If 90% of new traders fail, then, it's a pretty safe bet to take the other end of their trades. But still, I think they kind of handicap you in a way whenever they make a stock that has crazy volume, that obviously has plenty of liquidity, and they label it limited liquidity just because they don't want you to make money from it. And that's the biggest kind of problem I have with U stock. it doesn't happen that often, but it happens enough to be really frustrating. Aside from that, I think Ustock's great. I still think it's a great platform for new traders to learn to trade with. Really cheap commissions, so you can take really small sizing and just learn how to trade the market consistently. Um, and that's basically how I feel about Ustock. I still like them. I'm still going to use them, but they do have their problems for sure. Yeah, that's frustrating, McTermite. ANTH price target is 10. Let me see. I think $10 is just very hopeful. I think they want it to go up, and so they're setting the price target at 10. I seriously doubt it's going to get there, but basically, it doesn't mean the price target's going to go to 10. It says Roth Capital initiated coverage on ANTH with a buy rating. So basically, they think it's going to go up. And their target, which is just an optimistic target, is $10. So it's I seriously doubt it's going to get there, but that's just it's basically kind of like they're trying to pump it up a little bit. They're trying to make people confident in it, and so they're giving it a really high price target and a buy rating, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure, John. It's really tough, but the most important thing is that you can learn how to trade John Doe with $100 account. DAG. I wasn't even aware Deutsche Bank was even still around after 2008. I guess it is. I wasn't even aware. I thought it was off the market like Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns. Deutsche, it just doesn't have that much range. Very small. Not moving really at all. Nobody's really buying it. Yeah, no problem, Atheon. Yeah, it's really just like kind of a fluff piece. They want to pump it up, so they're like, yeah, it has a buy rating, meaning they think it's going to go up. They're long biased in it, and their target is $10. There's CYCC. Good luck, Power Zone. You got this, man. Appreciate it, Atheon, man. Shout out to Atheon for the $10 donation, man. That's awesome, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate the donation, man. That's great. That's awesome. Thanks a lot, man. It means a lot, man. Yeah, Richard. I will be, I mean, you'll be able to watch me if I decide to get into anything else. So I stream during market hours as well, so you'll be able to watch me get into the trade. But yeah, I'll call it out and say I'm in such and such at such and such with this many shares. Hey, 150 is not a bad place to start at, Melody. Ant, you got to make your own assessment of everything, Ant. But, um, I think if you're gonna deposit 750 into SureTrader because the commissions are so high, if I was gonna deposit 750, I don't want to tell you what to do, but if I was gonna deposit 750 into SureTrader, I'd just kind of make it kind of a shot. Like I'd try to, I would use big sizing and just hope that I, get in on a good trade for that one or two trades that I might have. And then if I build it up with those one or two trades, then, I might start to take a more conventional approach, if that makes sense. Just kind of going for it. If I lose the 750, that's okay. But if not, hopefully I can build it up some. But yeah, appreciate it. Thanks again, man, for the $10 donation, Atheon. That's awesome, man. John Doe, my name is actually John. So if you want to call me John, you can, Right, Grant. What's up, Grant? Where you been, man? Were you here yesterday? I can't remember. Yeah, don't feel obligated to donate, Richard. I mean, obviously I appreciate it, but, new traders, they got to save money whatever they can. So, if you donate, I'll definitely appreciate it. But don't feel obligated to. And that's why I'm thanking Atheon so much, man, because that's awesome, man. Appreciate the support, man. Oh yeah, for sure, man. And I'm a gamer too, insurance. I wish I could build a following streaming my games. I just honestly I don't play enough games. Like I only play a few Xbox games, but not much. Like I play the UFC game just because I'm an MMA fan. And I play Xbox with my friends. Because I live out of state. Once we kind of grew up, we moved away from each other, like my childhood friends. And so I play Xbox with them, kind of keep up with them and see what they're doing. All right, so A and Y is dropping here. It's bouncing off of that 280 support. I actually like it doing this because it gives you a really defined range of the stock. It keeps bouncing off of 3 and 280, so it has a 20-cent range right here. And if it breaks over 3 or breaks under 280, it may be a good play, depending. Oh yeah, I love Halo, Matt. Honestly, that was like the first game. I used to play online with my friends all the time. The problem I have with Halo 5, I stopped playing after Halo 5, is that they don't let you do split screen multiplayer online. Like my wife would play Halo with me, which was great, and she doesn't play any video games, but whenever she was my fiance, we started playing Halo together, and she would actually play online with me, and she actually got pretty good at it. And then with Halo 5, they took away the split screen online multiplayer, and so she couldn't play online with me anymore unless we bought a new Xbox, and that just seemed like it was a money grab from them. And so that was, I stopped playing as much after that, but I love Halo. EJ, I don't think you have to put any money in it, honestly. I think you have to sign the disclosure uh, verifying you're not a professional trader. Somebody else has explained it before. You have to sign the disclosure verifying you're not a professional trader, and and then it should update you to real-time alerts for paper trading and for the charting software. Somebody else might know better than I do. I can't remember. I opened up my thinkorswim account a few years ago, and so I don't remember what I did, but I don't think you have to deposit money if I'm correct. I can't remember and be 100% though. Yeah, I bet, man. Not in my case. My wife doesn't really play any video games. The only game she ever played with me was Halo, and then once split screen uh, online multiplayer was gone, she stopped. I was bummed out. But yeah, there's some way to sign the disclosure, EJ, that verifies you're not a pro trader. And after you do that, they'll update it to real time paper and charting. Yeah, Ricky Gutierrez has a video on it, apparently. But yeah, YouTube it, man. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, I've actually talked to Ricky a few times. Uh, he commented on one of my videos, and I emailed him a few times. Right, you're probably right. Insurance. Right, you could probably call him like Ant says and get that set up. EJ. Thanks for the subscribe, Marcus or Marquis, however it is. Appreciate the subscribe, man. What's up, Vanda? What's up, man? All right, guys, we got 5 minutes until the open. Yeah, those are the ones I'm watching on. I'm watching those as well. Those are all on my watch list. I was watching ONTX last night. It's actually down a little bit, but it's a small gap, and a lot of times the small gaps will continue to push up. Yeah, Matt, you got this, man. All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes left, a little bit over 3 minutes. A and Y is probably my main watch. Keeping an eye on a few other ones as well. There's also AYTU, which went all the way up to 224. Came back down though. But watching this one as well. AYTU has decent volume. All right, so I'll try to update you guys on what's moving once the market opens. Drawn. Drawn. I just want to see volume. Like volume, I think is one of the most important things with the stock. It has to have good volume because if you learn all the setups like bull flags, bear flags, pre-market high breaks, washout longs, etc. The biggest thing that makes those stocks fulfill that potential they have and that momentum is volume. If the stock has volume, it has the potential to go up. If the stock doesn't have volume, it's a lot more sketchy to trade. Usually it doesn't have the momentum to continue going up in your direction, and it's just a much more risky trade with no volume, if that makes sense. Spread's going to be worse. It's just not going to be as good. So volume is the most important thing. If I'm looking for stocks overnight, volume and pre-market. I just want to see it moving some, and obviously gapping up and, etc. All right, guys, less than a minute till the open. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, no problem. Drawn. Exactly, Atheon. Dog comes in here, man, with the sports updates, man. Every few days, Dog comes in here and updates us on the newest sports rumors and news. Super random and funny, but appreciate it, Dog, man. Thanks for the update, dude. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, guys. Appreciate it, John. Good luck, Matt, John. All the new traders in here. Hopefully, y'all can make some money. There goes the market open. All right, so ANTH pushing up over 2. Unfortunately, I can't trade it on TradeNet, but it looks good here, pushing up to 204. All right, so yesterday was the first red day in a while on the SPY. And so I'm going to look for the TVIX to push up. TTPH is washing. I'm watching TTS here. Had a big gap down, looking for it to fill some of this gap. I could actually trade it. So, A and Y is dropping here. I might jump in with a small share size. Try to let it work for me. Going short. Maybe a little bit too late now. Kind of missed my entry. All right, so I'm short on the TVIX with the SPY pushing up like this. I'll let this one work for me for a little while longer. Really nice push on the TVIX. Well, the SPY's pushing up nicely, but the TVIX isn't reacting to it. The TVIX is just sitting still. Not really what I want to see. The SPY continues to push up nicely with decent volume, and the TVIX is just sitting still. Makes no sense. SPY had a crazy push. I got in right around 272, and the TVIX just hasn't moved at all. Now it's gonna bounce back. Now the problem with this is now when the SPY dips down, which is inevitable usually, the TVIX is gonna shoot up for no reason, even though the SPY pushed up a huge amount and the TVIX just didn't react to it. SPY continues to push. Let's see if the TVIX actually continues here. Finally, a little bit of a move. We'll see if this TVIX continues here. Yeah, that's just the problem I have. It just never moved. I'll let it work, try to give it a little bit longer time. But the SPY's running up big. My trade idea was correct. I've actually thought about buying the SPY instead, just because it seems a little bit more reliable. When it follows through, it follows through. You can see the SPY pushing up nicely. TVIX is just sitting still, looking for a big drop eventually. There we go. That's what I was kind of looking for here. AKER. Also watching A and Y here. See, look at that bounce back on the TVIX. SPY's pushing up huge. TVIX is just bouncing back for no reason. A lot of volatility, a lot of movement on the SPY, and the TVIX is just sitting still. I'm actually down on the trade, even though I got in what should have been a really nice entrance. A and Y, I'm really looking at short in this one right here. Makes no sense. After this big move in the SPY, the TVIX is just not reacting to it like I wanted it to. I think I got in on the right time with it, but for some reason the TVIX just didn't feel like moving, even though the SPY was. Fed meeting for the TVIX. That's not good. Let's see, there's LYG. TTS is pushing big. FSM. Yeah, how frustrating is that? Like, I got in at 272 and the TVIX just didn't want to react. Like the SPY pushed up huge really nicely, and with that I should have gotten a nice move on the TVIX down, but the TVIX just didn't want to move in the direction the SPY was doing. Really frustrating. Look at FSM here though. I'll give it a little bit of time, but I do think the SPY is probably going to come down here. I'll try to make it a longer term trade. Here we go. There's more movement on the SPY, but the TVIX, just watch, it's just going to sit here. I think next time when I do this, I'm going to buy the SPY. You know, I could buy 20, 30 shares of the SPY with the buying power I have. So next time I'm just going to do that. There we go. Let's see a big move here. TVIX, break under that low. Yeah, the TVIX just doesn't want to drop though. So FSM is tradable on trading at FSM. Yeah, it's super frustrating though. I had the correct trade idea and the going short on the TVIX, but after the SPY pushed up, I predicted the SPY correctly, but TVIX just didn't react to it. Now a little bitty pullback on the SPY makes the TVIX push up nicely. Really frustrating. TTS trying to rebound here. And now I think the SPY is a little bit extended. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. SPY just doesn't want to get under that low, or TVIX just doesn't want to break under that low. Watching FSM here. Alright, A and Y actually looks like a good short. I think I'm focusing too much on this one. Would have been a nice short on A and Y. Yeah, it's time to get out. $1.50 loss. Super frustrating trade. I had the correct trade idea. I rode this thing up all the way, and the TVIX just didn't want to move. Really frustrating. Watching A and Y here. I think I missed the, if I was going to trade this A and Y, I think I kind of missed it. Yeah, now the TVIX drops. It's just being unpredictable. It's refusing to kind of go along with the SPY today, so not my time to trade it. Yeah, I don't think it was a bad trade either. Insurance, appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's just a lot of times the TVIX will follow the SPY, and in that case, it was correct. Honestly, I've kind of learned something from this. Next time, I'm just gonna buy the SPY, because I can afford 20 or 30 shares of the SPY, and so making 75 cents, that would have been if I would have bought 30 shares, it would have been a $25 gain or something like that. And so next time, I'm just gonna buy 30 shares of the SPY instead of hoping the TVIX is gonna follow it, because my trade idea was correct with the SPY. It pushed up 70 cents after I got into it. The TVIX short for the SPY going long, since they go the opposite direction of each other. And so I think it was a good trade idea. Just kind of lesson learned. I'm going to stop trying to focus on the TVIX. And if I do that, I'm just going to jump into the SPY, because that would have been a nice trade. SNSS is starting to push. Look at FATE here. Slow climb up. Low volume, but it's moving. AUPH is running too. EBR, slow grind up. MNGA. TRXC is pushing. Yeah, SPY's continuing here. Breaking the high of the day. Oh, I did have a few subscribers. Appreciate it, St. John. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for subscribing. I could short the SPY with TradeNet, really. Yeah, insurance. Better than the horse track, huh? RSYS starting to get a little volume spike here. But yeah, you can see as the SPY continues to climb, the TVIX just doesn't want to break under the low. Maybe thinking about shorting TTS here. FSM's losing some volume. RSYS looks halfway decent. Nice volume here on RSYS. There's also LPSN. Yeah, there's the drop on the TVIX. I guess it would have been a nice trade, but it just didn't want to go whenever I was in it. So no worries on getting out of it. I would have only been up a small amount, so I don't feel bad about exiting too soon or anything. RSYS looks decent though. ANTH here looks decent as well. HOV is pushing up here. I might jump in TTS here going short. Yeah, it looks like A and Y would have been a nice short at that 60 area that I was thinking about. NEO, getting a volume spike here, NEO. MNGA kind of slowly flagging here a little bit. RSYS. Yeah, it's pushing up strong here. If I do trade the 5-minute John, it's a little bit later in the day. Appreciate it, Insurance. See you later, man. See you tomorrow, Melody. Appreciate watching. Look at NEO here, guys. NEO here, guys. It's pushing up big. NEO's getting a big volume spike, running up nicely. And a huge drop on NEO. That's why it looked a little sketchy, but look at this drop. 30-cent drop in less than a minute. SNSS still kind of slowly grinding. And a big pullback on NEO, but it's bouncing back here. Here's a pullback on the SPY. AUPH getting some volume in. CHGG's testing 20. C-drill starting to push up some. See, I was really thinking about shorting TTS here. I just didn't jump into it. Now it's dropping like I wanted it to. NEO's pushing up big here. A little crazy though. VIRT breaking highs. WNT, a little bit more expensive of a stock, but it's washing out pretty big here. MNKD's washing. Appreciate the subscribe, Dr. Frederick Williams. Appreciate it, man. Might think of a long setup here on A and Y. Alright, so I'm in A and Y going long here with 100 shares. Try to give it a little bit of time. See if it'll bounce off that 50 cents. If it breaks under 50 cents, I'm going to jump out of it. BLDP. And I'm actually still holding HOV from yesterday with an entry of 254 or 244. And so I'm actually green on the trade now. Held it through. We'll see if it tests 250 today. Spread's pretty brutal on A and Y. Looking for a potential reversal here though. A and Y is continuing here. Let's hope it continues to push up. Spread's getting a little bit better on A and Y. I'm looking for a potential reversal here after this bounce. FOSL, Fossil. You can see FATE is looking pretty good here. Moving up to that 1011 high of the day. All right, you can see FAT East breaking that high of the day. It's at 1013 now. GEN is pushing up big. Look at GEN here. It's up to 172. Fred. And there's a huge drop on A and Y. I'll try to give it a little bit of time here, see if it continues to hold support at the $0.50. My worry here is that it's going to break under the $0.50 for a minute and then bounce back up, fake me out going long. We'll see though. I'll give it a little bit of time to work. Looks like the SPY is starting to wash some here. NEO still pushing up here. And the TVIX is pushing, which means the SPY is washing. Yeah, I guess my exit on the TVIX wasn't too bad. ANTH trying to hold over that 210 area. All right, so we'll see if the SPY can bounce back here. It's already up a bunch already, $1 on the day, so we'll see if it can bounce back. RAD. Yeah, it's just such a high floater. I just don't know how much it's going to move. Yeah, I wish I would have shorted TTS like I wanted to. Would have been a really nice short if you look at TTS here. Thought about shorting it at 620. Would have been up 17 cents on it. Ugh, this is my cue to get out of A and Y. I'm going long. I'll let it test here, but then I'm going to jump out. Ugh, horrible loss. Yeah, I guess I should have exited way before that, before I let that loss get bigger. Oh well, still relatively small loss on the day, but frustrating trade for sure. I just wish my SPY trade would have worked out for me. Market's slow and choppy. I can't force anything. SPY looks like it's going to continue heading down. It might rebound here. We'll see. WRN is slowly grinding up here. Has some okay volume for a stock that hasn't moved much. Look at PLUG here, guys. PLUG getting some nice volume in here. Overall, the volume's still low in it, but this volume spike right here is pretty nice. Up to 197 on PLUG. FOSL still running. Yeah, it's pushing up nice there. I might test a little SPY trade here, guys, and just try to get used to trading the SPY itself. Let's see, I can get in it with about 30 shares. Might wait for a little move here first. Yeah, so we'll see what PLUG can do right here. ANTH here. Pushing up. Let's see if ANTH can hold support over where it had previously right here at about 220. It's kind of the crucial level for it. Appreciate it, St. John. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support, man. Yeah, one thing I noticed with my trading is that when the market's slow and choppy like this, I do pretty bad. And so I think I need to kind of take a back seat whenever the market's like this, just slow and choppy, and kind of observe the market. I did great in December. I did good in November, decent in October. As soon as the volatility went down, like January and February, my trading's been kind of going downhill. And that's correlates with the drop in volatility the market's had. The market's the most volatile in the winter months, like December, October, November, etc. And so when the volume drops like this, it's really tough to trade. It's easy to force trades. And so I can kind of correlate that with my trading going a little bit downhill. And so it just kind of shows you how important volume and volatility is in the market. And if there is no volume or volatility, it's kind of a risky thing to get into. Yeah, that's a good short on MDXG. All right, so you can see the market's pulling back some now. It's at 272.42 on the SPY. ANTH is pushing over that 220 support area. See if we can test that 225 level. Appreciate it, Abdul, for the subscribe, man. Thanks for the subscribe. Dropping my phone. Alright, so I got in with 30 shares on the SPY here. I'll give it a little time to work for me, see if it bounces off of there. Set a stop, let this one work for a while. Set a stop loss under this point right here at 272. Or 232. Just go ahead and set my stop at 230 or 272.30. This will be my last trade of the day too, so if this doesn't work, I'm just going to jump out of it. Push it up nicely here. There we go. All right, so I got up for an 870 gain, and I think that's something I'm going to start doing from now on. It's just jumping into the SPY. I think that makes the most sense. Marquise, I was in the SPY. I bought a few shares of the SPY. I think that makes the most sense from now on. And I'm kind of excited that I'm going to do that from now on, just because a lot of the times, if you watch the stream this morning, you'll see I predicted this move correctly. Like, I jumped in, would have been up 50, 60 cents in the SPY with us 30 shares, would have been up $15, $20 in the SPY. And, you know, the TVIX just didn't react to it like I wanted it to. And so I think a much more reliable way to trade this is just to jump in the SPY itself, as you can see on that trade. And so I'll take it. And so that's something I'm going to try out a little bit tomorrow. Just because you can see it's you know, if I'm predicting the SPY, getting in a different security when I have enough buying power to buy the SPY, it doesn't really make as much sense. I was correct twice with the SPY today. I caught this really nice move, got in at 272.50 and rode it up to 272.90. And so I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. The reason I jumped into it is because I was kind of going off of what it did yesterday. You can see yesterday it pushed up nicely in the same type of way and then came back down, but it had another nice push back up after that and eventually broke the high of the day. And so I think that's what I'm going to do from now on, is just jump into the SPY. I think that makes the most sense. No, I just got out of it, hindsight. I made about a $9 gain from that one. Small gain. Right, it makes the most sense, Marquis. It makes the most sense. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do from now on, just because I've gotten pretty good at predicting what the SPY is going to do. And, you know, it just doesn't make sense to buy another security whenever I have the buying power to buy the SPY and buy 30 shares of the SPY. So that makes the most sense. I'll probably do that from now on. Later, the kid. Appreciate you watching, man. Have a good one. See you tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, aside from that, the market's really not moving that much. Nothing's really going. MDXG may be a good short if it breaks some of those lows, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to get into anything else. ANTH looks decent. It's the only other one that I really like right now. Thanks for the sub, Samir. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. Everybody do me a favor, click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to do me a favor and help support the channel, click the like button right now on this video. It definitely helps support us, and we appreciate the support, guys. So click the like button now if you can. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. Took a sizable loss on, well, what was it? Can't remember what it was. But took a sizable loss, but made a lot of it back. Took back basically that whole loss except for $1 or $2 on my SPY trade. And I think that's something I'm going to work on tomorrow, trading the SPY. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down now. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah, ANTH is hogging all that volume, man. A lot of people watching this one. Anywhere from 100 to 200,000 shares traded per minute on ANTH. So a lot of volume on that one. Appreciate it, John Carlo. I hope you do it, man. I hope you break 1,000, man. Not even for the donation, just because $1,000 in profits is decent. Yeah, good job on your first day trading, Matt. I hope you made some money, man. Later, fellas. Good luck. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back at 8:45 a.m. market time like always. Good luck for the rest of the day, guys. See y'all later.